It is the night of April 13th, 1945. The Dutch city of Zwolle is shrouded in darkness and fear. Inside, hundreds of German SS soldiers are entrenched, waiting for a massive Allied attack that is scheduled for dawn. They have heavy machine guns, fortified positions, and orders to burn the city to the ground if they are forced to retreat. Outside the city limits, the Canadian artillery is already aiming its guns. The commanders have decided, if the Germans don't surrender by morning, Zwolle will be shelled into rubble. 50,000 civilians are trapped in the middle, unaware that their city is about to be erased from the map. But in the shadows of the railway tracks, two men are creeping forward. They are not an army. They are not a battalion. They are just two snipers from the Régiment de la Chaudière, and one of them is missing an eye. His name is Léo Major, and before the sun rises, he will do the impossible. He is going to liberate it, all by himself. To understand how one man could take an entire city, you have to understand who Léo Major was. Born in 1921 near Montreal, Canada, Léo was a fighter from the day he was born. He grew up during the Great Depression, learning to scrape and survive in a hard world. When he joined the army in 1940, it quickly became clear he wasn't a normal soldier. He was wild, uncontrollable, and devastatingly effective. On D-Day, June 6, 1944, Léo landed on the beaches of Normandy. While others were pinned down, Léo single-handedly captured a German armored vehicle, a Hanomag, filled with secret code books. It was a massive intelligence win for the Allies, accomplished on his very first day of combat. But his war almost ended just days later. During a firefight with an SS patrol, Léo killed 4 German soldiers, but one of them managed to throw a phosphorus grenade before he died. The grenade exploded near Léo's face. The burning phosphorus seared his left eye, blinding him instantly. The doctors told him his war was over. They ordered him to go back to England. Léo looked at them with his one good eye and refused. He told them, "I only need one eye to sight my rifle." He put on an eye patch, walked out of the infirmary, and went straight back to the front lines. Months later, in the Battle of the Scheldt, Léo's legend grew. He was sent to retrieve a patrol that hadn't returned. He didn't just find them. He found an entire German garrison. Alone, wet and freezing, Léo marched into the enemy position and single-handedly captured 93 German soldiers. 93 men, captured by one Canadian with one eye. He marched them all back to camp himself. But by April 1945, the war had taken a heavy toll. Léo had broken his back in a landmine explosion that killed the men next to him. Again, he escaped the hospital to keep fighting. Now, he stood outside the city of Zwolle with his best friend, Corporal Willie Arsenault. It is 11 p.m. The night is cold. Léo and Willie have volunteered for a suicide mission: infiltrate the city, gauge the German strength, and contact the Dutch resistance. But as they creep along the railway tracks, disaster strikes. A German machine gun nest spots them. Bullets tear through the darkness. Willie Arsenault falls, riddled with machine gun fire. Léo dives for cover, but it is too late. His best friend dies in the dirt beside him. Something inside Léo Major broke that night. But it wasn't fear. It was pure, cold rage. He didn't retreat. He didn't radio for help. He picked up Willie's machine gun, slung extra ammo bags over his shoulder, and made a decision. He wasn't just going to scout Zwolle anymore. He was going to take it. For Willie, Léo charged the German machine gun nest that killed his friend. He killed 2 of the gunners and chased the rest away. Now, he was alone. One Canadian against hundreds of SS soldiers. He entered the silent streets of Zwolle like a ghost. Léo knew he couldn't fight the whole garrison head-on. He had to use fear. He had to make them believe they were being attacked by a massive army. At around 1 a.m., he ambushed a German staff car. He put his gun to the driver's head but didn't kill him. Instead, he told the terrified German officer that the city was surrounded by thousands of Canadian troops. He said the artillery was about to level the city, and the only way to survive was to evacuate immediately. "Tell your commander," Léo said, "the Canadians are coming." He let the driver go. It was a gamble, but Léo knew that fear spreads faster than fire. Then, the chaos began. Léo started running. He ran from street to street, firing his Sten gun in long bursts. He threw grenades into empty buildings to create massive explosions. Rat-tat-tat-tat, boom! He would fire from one corner, sprint 2 blocks over, and fire again from a different angle. He wanted the Germans to think they were being hit from all sides. For hours, he waged a one-man war. He attacked German patrols, killing those who fought back and capturing those who surrendered. Every time he captured a group of Germans, sometimes 10 or 15 at a time, he didn't keep them. He marched them to the edge of the city, handed them over to the Dutch resistance or astonished Canadian units waiting outside, and then he ran back into the city to do it again. He went back 4 times, back into the hell he was creating. Inside the German headquarters, panic was setting in. Reports were flooding in from everywhere. Enemy troops in the north, explosions in the east, machine gun fire in the center. The German commander, believing the lie Léo had planted, was convinced a massive Canadian regiment had breached the city. He didn't want his men to be slaughtered. He gave the order to retreat. But Léo wasn't done yet. He found the Gestapo headquarters, the symbol of Nazi terror in the city. He kicked down the doors and set the building on fire. As the flames roared into the night sky, fighting an SS patrol in the burning light, Léo Major looked like a demon of vengeance. One eye, a face scarred by war, standing amidst the fire of his own making. By 4 a.m., the shooting stopped. The streets fell silent. The exhausted Léo made his way to the center of town. The Germans were gone. They had fled across the river, terrified of the phantom army that was actually just one angry Canadian. As the sun rose on April 14th, Léo walked into the streets. He didn't see enemy soldiers. He saw civilians timidly looking out of their windows. He signaled that it was safe. The people of Zwolle poured into the streets. They expected to see a column of tanks. Instead, they found one exhausted man with an eye patch. Léo Major had saved the city. The Canadian artillery barrage was called off. The historic buildings, the homes, and the 50,000 people inside were safe. Léo walked back to his camp, carrying the body of his friend Willie Arsenault. He had kept his promise. For this incredible feat, Léo Major was awarded the Distinguished Conduct Medal, DCM, second only to the Victoria Cross. But his war wasn't over. Years later, he would fight in the Korean War. In 1951, he was asked to lead a team of snipers to retake a strategic hill, Hill 355, that an entire American division had lost to 14,000 Chinese soldiers. Léo and his 18 men took the hill in a single night and held it for 3 days against counterattacks. For this, he won another Distinguished Conduct Medal. Léo Major is the only Canadian in history to win the DCM in 2 separate wars. Léo passed away in 2008, but in Zwolle, he is immortal. The city has named a street after him, Léo Majorlaan. Every year, the people of Zwolle hold a ceremony to remember the night the one-eyed ghost saved them from destruction. History is full of armies and generals, but sometimes, when the night is darkest, all it takes to change the world is one man, one eye, and a promise he refused to break.